Hello, everyone. I am Darryl E. McCullough, and I want to thank you for joining me once again for another video. This time, I would like to discuss my 6-foot tall Baga Snake, my decorative 6-foot tall Baga Snake. Also, we're going to discuss art snobs. And lastly, I will share with you a reimagined Kota print. Looking forward to sharing that with you at the end of my video. Now, unless you're rich or own a museum, most of the African art is made for the marketplace. It's made to be sold. So it is a copy. Now, just because it's a copy doesn't mean that there can't be beauty in that piece of art, and also um, very talented carvers who have, you know, uh, created these pieces. My goal has always been to find the best copies that I can afford. My introduction to Baga Snakes was actually from a friend of mine in Cleveland. Um, Beautiful home, went over there and everything, and was walking throughout the house, and he has a lot of African art and antiques. Um, I gravitated to one piece in particular, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, what is that?" And he said, "Oh, that's a Baga Snake from the people of Guinea, and it's used for prosperity, um, infertility, things like that." So over the years, my friend, believe it or not, he just lost total interest in African art collecting. He put everything in storage. And over the years, him and I are still, friends. I just thought that he would eventually say, "Hey, you want to buy the pieces that I have in storage, or just give them to me?" Because he totally lost interest. But that didn't happen. So despite that, that did not mean that I didn't want my own Bag of Snake. I still had that desire to have one of my own. So I had the opportunity to purchase a few smaller Baga Snakes, both made especially for me from African carvers. So yes, new. Yes, a copy for all of you art snobs. To my knowledge, there are no true Baga Snakes since the mid 1900s. But again, I try to find the best copies that I can afford, made by creative African carvers. But even with these Baga Snakes that were created for me, I still wanted a much larger one. So I contacted my friend Maurizio in Dakar, Senegal, and he found a beautiful Bag of Snake for me. And I want to show you some footage of that piece before he shipped it to me.
Tính susu azul ya.
Now, I have received many African art pieces from my friend in Dakar, Senegal, and he always does the best that he can as far as shipping everything safely and securely. but never nothing this large. Um, Word to the wise, if it takes over 20 days for your uh, package to arrive, it's either lost or broken, damaged. Uh, I would like to share with you a video of what happened when I received my Baga Snake. Yep, it's broke. Now, I've been collecting African art and antiques for well over 30 years, and I've had my share of repairing damaged pieces. Um, so, I'm no expert, but I'm okay as far as the repairs. Now, after a lot of gluing, sanding, and staining, I would like to share with you the results of my repairing my damaged Baga Snake. So now I am happy with my purchase of the Baga Snake, and but I got to tell you, it broke my heart. It really did, and it doing all that, it took me out of the game, so to speak, of collecting African art. Plus, I have plenty. Um, Now here goes my rant. Collecting African art and antiques will lead you down a road of spending a lot of money, and also, if you're online, dealing with keyboard bullies, as they're called. You know, everything that you have is fake, fake, and more fake. Everything is fake except what they want to sell you, and they get mad at you because you won't buy their $5,000 chihuahua. Um, I look at collecting African art like record collecting. The original pressing in great condition can cost a lot of money, have a lot of value, but that doesn't mean that the reissue doesn't have some kind of value as well. So, I do and get what I can afford. Now, I'm no racist. I look at myself as a realist. And you know what's crazy about collecting African art? No black person or African person ever said to me, what you're collecting is fake. It was always a non black person, a non African person that is telling me that. Um, do you understand the bold faced audacity of that? Many years ago, I did a video. It was called "Why Don't Black People Collect African Art?" Um, did very well. One of my top videos with well over 10,000 views. And the black people that contacted me, people in general, I appreciate you. And it let me know that I was not alone in collecting, being a black person collecting African art. I wasn't afraid of it and scared like a lot of black people are afraid of their own past, their own heritage. But one person in particular that reached out to me, we talked, we connected, very talented artist out of New York. His name is King Paris. So I want to share with you the reimagined art that he created. So this is the Coda print from my friend King Paris. Um, you can see here he has crystals as an accent. So I put my codas that I had, um, showing his artwork as a centerpiece. Now, I want to thank you for your time, as always. I appreciate you, and I hope that this video, I hope you found it informative. And above all, don't let anyone stop you from collecting what you want to collect, be it new or old. So, everybody, be safe out there, and I'll see you next time with the next video.